Surprise. I'm kind of winging it today. So we'll see how this goes. If anyone shows up. If you're coming in, I'm Adele Lavine, and I'm an intuitive and medium. And I'm going to do some live readings, some live intuitive readings, live medium readings, talk a little chat of what is the afterlife. Donations are appreciated, not required, although the first 10 to donate are going to have a guaranteed reading. You can see the description below. Has my information of my PayPal, Venmo, or you can donate in Super Chat. Any amount doesn't matter. It's just to keep it fair for all peoples. Me, people who donate, because otherwise there's people who donate and they don't get a reading. It's not fair. And then after that, I'll pick people randomly. I'm going to be on for a little bit this time. So a little bit mean like maybe a little bit longer, probably around the same amount of time. Also, real quick to announce right at the top, I am giving 50% off my readings for everybody with the code GAS. I went shopping. Hi, Monica, 1 second. Like I said, it is going to be, if it's a question about a reading type question, then like I said, those who, okay, Nicolette, you're first on my list for a reading. When it's time for your reading, then you'll let me know what type of reading. But let me announce this first. I went shopping and I got gas. And I realized that the prices out there are insane. It's $6.50 for gas here. I don't know what it is there. And the prices for food. So I'm cutting my prices for right now. I'm giving a 50% discount for everybody. It's on my Instagram. Not on my TikTok, mostly on my Instagram and on here with the code GAS. So if you put the code GAS in my website, you'll get 50% off of all my readings. So, oh, I got another donation from Trevor. Okay, thanks, Trevor. Hold on. I'll put you on the list. Thank you. So I have Nicolette and Trevor. All right, so let me catch up. I'm going to love your podcast with Dylan. Thank you. It's no longer, so I hope you enjoyed it while it lasted. Thanks. I hope you're well. I am. Thank you. Hey, Dale. Hope you're doing great. Thanks, Cody. I love a reading if you get a chance. Again, the first 10 people to donate will be a guaranteed reading. Thank you, Ursa. I have you on the list. If I didn't catch, like if you donated on my PayPal or Venmo, which is in the description below, let me know. If I didn't miss it, I'm checking my accounts. So I have you on the list. I'll get to you. Once I call on you, then you're going to tell me who you want to talk to. It's $4.89. Okay, Janine. Okay, got you on the list. Thank you guys. Thank you for donations. Yes, $4.89. It's $6.50 here. Just ridiculous. $6.50. And I stood in line, I waited in line for a cheaper price at Costco for $5.50. Remind me what types of readings there are. So when I call on you, you'll be ready to ask, to decide what type of reading you want. So there's an intuitive reading, which is about you and your life and the things going on in your life. And you're going to have a specific question and you're going to say, I want to know. Don't tell me, I don't do general reads. I'm a different kind of reader. I'm not a tarot card reader. So I get specific. I remote view. And if you want me to explain, I don't have a Cash App. Should I do that? I haven't done a Cash App. Hi, I finally caught you again. Hope you're well. Thank you. Hope you're well too. Again, and in a medium reading is... so you're going to ask specifically in the intuitive reading, like, I want to know about my friend. I want to know about my boyfriend, girlfriend. I want to know about a job I applied to. I want to know about my job specific, because I will remote view and be able to see more than what you're asking for. Yes, I should get a Cash App. It's not like our Cash App. Do people trust Cash App? Because I always feel like people aren't going to trust it. Is the music too loud, by the way? We're going to Paris for and I'm going to do readings and chit chat a little bit if we have questions about the afterlife. Hi, Nicolette. It's trustworthy. It's not shady to people. Okay, I'll look into Cash App. I will look into it. I've been using PayPal from back in the day, jumped on Venmo when it came out because it's obviously PayPal based. I just want people to feel safe and okay about it. I felt like Cash App is kind of like, it's like tipping, right? Or something, a way to tip people. Music is perfect. Awesome. If it's possible, I will look into it. I just don't want anyone to feel weird. The reason I like Venmo and PayPal is that if you have a problem or if there's any issue, then you can go to them. And, you know, I don't know if Cash App has that. I don't want people ever to feel uncomfortable. Okay, so I have Trevor, Yura, and Janine. And you guys, remember when you ask for your reading, please state your pronoun that you would like to be referred to so that I'm respecting that. Speaking of which, happy Pride Month to everybody. In the other side, in the afterlife, it's always pride because nobody has any issues and everyone respects and honors energy and sees people for who they are and realizes that all this stuff that we've been fighting about has been ridiculous and let people just be who they are. Okay. Thank you. Happy Pride. You're welcome. I feel like this world is slowly catching up into how the other world works. And how the other world works is nobody gets caught up in all of these hang-ups that we have here because we see people's energy and we see who they are. And we, in that realm, if you want to change yourself to an old man with a gray beard, you can, because you don't have a physical body. It's like taking an avatar on. If you want to change yourself to a woman who's 10 feet tall, 6 feet tall, 4 feet tall, you can. However, it's just like picking your avatar there. Just look at it like that. For those of you who play video games, you might catch, understand what I mean. All right, so I'm going to start my readings. But I just wanted to, that's a little bit about the afterlife. I just wanted to kind of let people know. I wanted to do a little bit on it. The afterlife, when people pass, they're very aware that they pass. They kind of always tell me all the time. It's like walking through a door. Hi, Adele. Glad to catch you. Thank you, Lilac. It's almost like walking through a door. They said it's very much easier than they ever imagined it to be. And they're in this other realm. It is nothing like this realm. There's no limit of time and space. Matter of fact, time goes so fast that what could seem like forever for us, like 10 years or 5 years, it's like I even have had a glimpse. You ever see in the movies where you see someone at a computer or reading a book and the spirit world is kind of like moving around fast and trying to get their attention, and they just look like, what? It's happening. That's kind of how it's like. So there is no limit of time and space. And so whenever we try to say things like there has to be 3 days that have to wait before I can talk to someone before they died and all these things, that's us because they're not adhering to our time, but they understand. The other thing is they can see you and hear you fine. As a medium, I'm only amplifying their voice to you. They don't need me to hear or see you. It's kind of like they're looking at you online on the internet times a million, so they can see where you are, what you're doing, but they're not staring at you. They have other things, just like you probably could be watching this while you're texting someone, while you're working on something, walking around to your kitchen, whatever. And it's very similar, except for even more so. So I hope that answers some of that, and we can go into reading. So like I said, before I start the readings, to kind of catch people up on what we're doing here, I'm going to be calling on, hi Tina, hi Adrian. So I'm going to be doing readings and talking a little chat and answering questions about the afterlife. I'm Adele Lavine. I'm an intuitive and medium. I've been reading professionally for 19 years. Why do you keep writing hi, hi, hi? Is this a troll or what? Um, and in the intuitive reading, when I call upon your name, please have ready the question specifically you want to know. If a medium reading, you're going to say who you want to speak to by your relationship to that person. So you're going to say, I want to speak to my grandmother, my mother's side, my friend, whatnot. I'm going to tell you how they passed so we can confirm it's them. And if you can talk back to me in that moment, that would be great. Hey, TB. So again, I'm reading the first 10 people who donate will have a guaranteed reading after that. If we get to 10, then I'll just randomly pick. So I'm just trying to find different ways to do this to be fair to everyone. All right, so Trevor. Also, if you're not ready to go, I might, go to the next person on my list and I'll come back to you. So don't worry about it. I think that covers it. Oh, I am offering 50% off of my readings with the code GAS because I went and got inspired after I spent $6.50. Oh, actually had to wait in line for cheaper gas, which is $5.50 at Costco, and then went grocery shopping. And I was like, everything is so ridiculously expensive and crazy. I'm just going to cut my prices for people for now. Kind of like I did in the pandemic, so people, can have access. So if you put the code GAS, I'll put it here. Here's my website. You can receive after you see me read, because some people like to check me out, which I'm totally fine with. You can use this code to book a full reading. Okay. All right, Trevor. Hi, TV. Thank you. You're welcome. It's just insane, guys. It's insane. I was like, wow, like $9 for grapes. What was it? It was like $8 for cherries. And I'm like, and they weren't even organic. So, and I know it was at like a normally pricey store, but it's kind of been like that everywhere. And, this is LA. I know we have it a little worse, but I'm hearing it from everybody. Okay. So, Trevor, what type of reading would you like? You ready to go? Adrian, just a kid looking for a live chat. Love you. Cool. Awesome. Just a kid. I hope you're not a kid. Do I ask here? Yes. You're staying home. Okay. Yes, I know. And you'll ask here and you're going to say, I would like an intuitive reading. So happy to see you again. Hi, Hazel. The ugly duckling. I don't know what that means. I'm the ugly duckling. Okay. Idea. I love a reading. Also, like I said, just to clear Trevor. So let's get Trevor going. I would like an intuitive reading. Do I have a spiritual psychic gift that I need to hone? Well, that's kind of like not so much an intuitive question. Again, for Kenny, who's asking, I am getting a list of people, the first 10 to donate. I will put on the list and read them first. And after that, I will randomly pick people. So I'm reading Trevor at this time. The thing is, Trevor, you're so thoughtful, everything just so expensive. Will you be in Utah again sometime soon? No, definitely not. Just for what you just said, it's expensive. Everything's expensive. And also, um, we're still kind of in a pandemic. Okay. Sorry, something came up. All right. So, can I make a career out of spiritual work? I like divination and would. So, the thing is, Trevor, is that it's a very hard path. I think if you go into this as like trying to make money, then you just ask the wrong question. Everyone needs to know that. Nobody goes into this like, can I make money doing this? People do this because it's a part of who they are and they dedicate themselves to it. It takes years of dedication. You have to work another job while you do this. I think people think it looks easy, but it's not. And it's a very if you're willing to dedicate your whole life and give up things that you probably didn't know you would have to give up, which is a normal life. And it is not something you go into like a business. You don't say, can I make money out of it? It's one of those things that you have to be ready to dedicate yourself to doing. So, my read on you, Trevor, is that you're very sensitive and you're sensitive to everyone and sensitive to everything. I feel like you've had these things happen to you since you were a kid, but, and you need to you have to be prepared to dedicate yourself to it. So, if you're willing to do that, hold on. If you're willing to do that, then okay. But do you understand what that means? So I'm just saying to you, like, that's just kind of the thing about this type of path. So I don't know if that makes sense. I do feel like you have that in you, ability to be sensitive to people and sensitive to things, but people don't understand. Yes, I've been doing it for friends. Yeah, that doesn't count as much as strangers. So really honing it is, then you have to do it for strangers for free. Most people who are worth their salt, and including me, practiced this and honed it for over a year for people we don't know before this was something we actually did. And I think that's the thing that people misunderstand. And it's not something you go, can I make money? You go, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it because it's in me. And there are days where you won't want to do it. And there's days you're wondering why you feel like you're on this path. And yes, you have that in you, but in order to really hone this, you really, really have to kind of decide that this is a dedication. It's not like religious in that way. I would find a way to do this for people I don't know. Well, that's what you have to do. That's kind of on you. And I think, but I see people do this all the time. They come into this and they think, I've been doing this 19 years, and it is not an easy life at all. If it looks like this and people try to make it like this, it's not. And so you have to be willing to dedicate yourself. So I would say start there. It's not just having a sense and knowing and feeling things, it's also honing and being ethical and being extremely hard on yourself to be ethical. Or people who aren't ethical, go that way too. But I would say start reading for strangers and find a way to do that and be willing to earn your stripes in this world. Reading for friends and family isn't quite the same because you know them too well. So, okay. So again, I'm going to move on to the next reading. So I would say that, don't be discouraged by it, but I think people tend to glamorize it, and you have no idea that it's not that kind of path. And if you feel like in you, it's like anything else, like this is something I really want to do. This is who I am. It's not just, nobody I know woke up and said, I think I'm going to do this for money, who is worth their salt. We go, I just can't help. This is who I am, and I have to live, and I don't want to be taken advantage of. So after you've honed it and you read for people, and this is for everyone to hear, and maybe you get, people to donate to you while you're honing, like 6 months, 7 months into reading for free. I read for free for over a year and a half before I even started to take donations, before I became professionally reading. It is a path that you have to be wanting in your core. And if you feel like that, then sure. Okay, so again, I'm taking the first 10 people to donate, to be fair to me, because I do read professionally and I read every day. I read every day, and I teach. And so when I do this, to keep it fair to me, I just, it's what they call in magic, pay the coin. It doesn't have to be like pay the coin physically, tangibly, monetarily, but in this case, that's how we're doing it. It's to kind of exchange the energy. So the first 10 people to donate, I'm guaranteeing a reading, and after that, I'll randomly pick. So Urea, also remember when you ask for your reading, please let me know your pronoun you'd like to be called. So Urea is next, and put in what type of reading you want, an intuitive or a medium reading. If it's intuitive reading, be specific, like Trevor was, about what you want. And if it's a medium reading, then you're going to say who you want to speak to on what side of the family, like if it, or a friend or an ex, partner or whatever. If you want, and if you're not ready to go, then I'm just going to go to the next person. And the next person is Janine. So if Janine's ready to go, then let's go. I'll come back to the next person. So again, the first 10 people to donate, I'm going to read. It's like a guaranteed reading. I love to speak to my mom. Okay. Is the music okay, or is it too loud, everybody? It's okay? Okay, thanks. I just feel like the chat's a little slow. Okay. All right, Janine. Okay, TV, you're on the list. So I have, to donate, I have all my information in the description. Hi, the music volume's okay. Okay, thank you. So it could be PayPal or Venmo, or you can just do Super Chat here. Music volume's good. I really like it. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the feedback. Thanks. I like to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Janine. Have I talked to your mom before? I feel like I've seen your face before. Hey, Heather. And again, I'm going to post here because I saw the crazy amounts of gas. I am giving 50% off for a while with the code GAS for all 50% off of all my readings. All right, let's go. All right, Janine, I'm just going to go. I have talked to your mom. Okay, so can you tell me Mystic Melody? You know what, Ugly Duckling, I thought you were calling me. I thought Ugly Duckling was calling me an Ugly Duckling. I first read it, I was like, Ugly Duckling. Okay, I guess. So when I was younger, someone told me that. It wasn't like the best compliment. They were like, when you were young, you were like an ugly duckling. And then all of a sudden you became a swan. I was like, is that a compliment? Ooh, Fox did it right. I'm in the plane my way to get a cosmetic surgery. Will I be happy with my results? Okay. All right, I have you on the list, Fox. Okay, well, that's a little complicated. All right. If I read for your mom before, Janine, then I'm just going to go with what she's saying to me now. All right, Fox, I got you on the list. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 more spots open. Again, all the information's in my description, so I don't have to keep saying it. All right, here we go. Janine. The first thing I see with her, she's just happy to talk to you. She's just happy to connect. She's kind of more to wants to encourage you about the things that are going on in your life. She's saying that you've been stuck lately. For some reason, all of a sudden, I just saw her like skate across the water. And she said, like, almost like you're supposed to go across the pond. I don't know if I feel like that's what it meant, because I saw a pond and almost like you skating across the water. And she's talking about by January, by the first of the year. This is probably pretty drastic. So I don't know if this makes sense to you. I don't know if you're trying. I was just in Spain. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Love it when the moms come through. Love it when all the spirits come through for me and help me out and getting it right. She just gave me like the coolest visual. I was like, and she's saying something's going to happen in February. Like, were you thinking of going back or moving there? Because she's talking about like things have to kind of get going. She says you have to get going, and she says that what's happening with you right now isn't really working. So I'm moving this a little closer so I can sit a little differently. I would love to, but she's saying there's like an opportunity. Do you draw or something? I don't remember, because I just saw you at a desk. Like almost like whatever you do can be done remotely. So you'll be able to have an opportunity to go to where you need, to get out. She's also talking about she's tried to connect with you. And she said that she's tried to connect with you several times, more kind of like in a dream state. Okay. Yeah, something like you need to look in, like, is there a way you can permanently go across the pond, or you can like move across the pond, or about moving. Yeah. So she's more commenting, and she does try to connect in dreams a lot, at night a lot. So I would look into that. I don't know if you're paying attention to that or what, but I would more try to pay attention. All right, that's from your mom. Okay, so I'm making a list for the first 10 people to donate, and the information's in my description. Saw some comments. I thought, hey, Poopy Podcast had posted something. I saw gas on Instagram, and it was you and your post wrong gas. I've never been watched it. I am a 19 and I know the history between the ducks. Don't say that. Hi, I would. So Michelle, I'm kind of doing a list right now. I don't know if Urea, I think that's her name. And remember to tell me in your chat what pronoun you would like me to refer you as, so it can be respectful. UREA. I thought I'm going back to that person. I just read Janine, and if that person doesn't answer, then we go to TB, and then Fox is next. When I call on you, you're going to tell me what type of reading. An intuitive reading, and you say what subject matter, and a medium reading, you say who it is. You say, I want to speak to this person on my mother's side or whatever. So, Trevor, Janine is starting a dream journal. Keep it near you to write down what you remember before you forget. No, it's not about a dream journal. That's yes, but that's not what this is about. This isn't a dream. Oh, Ursa, I wrote your name down wrong. Yeah, I think I wrote you. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring back the term my bad and dig it. Okay, so Ursa, yes, you tell me what type of reading you'd like. Okay, Trevor, that's a good point, but this is not about dreams. So when spirits are talking to you in your dreams, you don't actually really need to write it down. You're going to very much know it's not a dream, because you are meeting them in the in between. You're meeting them halfway. You very much remember those dreams, because they're not psychological. There's not you working stuff out. It is visitation. So in my experience, and most people I've read know and all that, you don't really need to write it down in dreams, because a dream journal, because you're going to come out of it very clear that you spoke to your mom. Ursa, medium, how's my cousin Junior doing? Okay. I don't want names. Just say cousin and just say male. Especially online, I just never ask for names. There's no connection to names for me. I don't need a name. And also it just kind of puts, you wondering, like, It's more for your experience, because people will wonder like, oh, did she get it out of the name? You know what I mean? That she tried to read something out of it. And if you ever get a reading in person, or especially over the phone, you don't want to give names, first, last names. You don't want to think someone Googled you. So I trained a long time ago, and it took me a long time to learn how to get specifically who you want to talk to. I'll meditate on tonight with the full moon. Awesome. And also how to get as least information as possible is how I've honed it. So great tip, but none as possible. Got it. Yes. Okay. And how do you want me to refer to you as a pronoun? Okay, Ursa, we're going to start with your cousin. Was this a male, female? I'm a junior. I'm assuming male. Okay, let's go. He, they. Okay, thank you. All right, so this is what everybody kind of follow suit. Tell me the pronoun you like me to refer you to, and then say what person you want me to talk to, or what type of question you have. Again, I have 5 spots left open for a guaranteed reading with a donation. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start your time, and I'm going to tell you how he passed so you can confirm who he is. But don't say anything until I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say a bunch of stuff, and then you can go, I'll add. Sorry. Let me scratch that. Talk back to me in the moment. But let me just say a couple of things first. Okay. All right. Stay there, Ursa. So this is okay. Thank you, Ursa. So this is what I feel like I hear. He's crying, and he's saying that his passing came very quick. He felt like he didn't have time to like stop things, especially if it was like emotionally. Like all of a sudden, he kind of showed me like he felt like his mind started to kind of slip from him, in the sense that he did not feel, yeah, things kind of got dark, mentally, like with his mental health. He says that everything started to kind of slip away from him, and he didn't feel like he could stop anything. He's crying because he feels like he knows what this did to everybody and how it hurt everybody. So yeah, there's a lot of pain there. And if you can go ahead and start talking about it and let me know if this makes sense. Did he do something to himself? Because he keeps apologizing. And whenever someone keeps apologizing and feeling bad and saying the things that he's saying, then it's usually something like this. And he's saying that or it was like an accident. You know what I mean? Like he was doing something that wasn't good for for him, and it took him out. But I feel like he's showing me that he was, like, very alone, and he felt alone, like, I don't know, he just didn't feel like he could control the direction of things in his life. It's like he keeps saying everything, it just took him and took him out. Are you there, Ursa? Yeah, okay, that's what I could see. He kind of, so hold on, Vikra, I got it, hold on. Um, I got it, V. I'm gonna call you V Vero. I got you. Don't worry. Where did they go? Okay, yes. I just want to kind of always say, the one thing he wants you to know, Ursa, is that here, hold on. I want to put this up. I want to put the number up. I always put the number up for suicide prevention, but he wants you to know that he hold on, that he wasn't treated bad once he got into this space, if that makes sense. So he was like given the help. I didn't get that out. So let me just put this up here. There you go. So I feel like it's really important for him to know, for you to know that he was given help and that he was definitely, there's different types of things. There's sometimes people didn't mean to, sometimes it's people kind of not in the right mind space, and that was the way it was for him. This wasn't like, it wasn't like he was trying to hurt anybody. It wasn't like aggressive. Um, it wasn't like like he was trying to make anyone feel his pain. He was very much lost in this like place where he didn't feel like sane. I hope that makes sense. So I would just kind of try and talk to him. That number I put up is the suicide prevention. Even though people are treated kind in that realm, they do have to face the pain they cause, and that's why he was crying. He's not lost anymore. He's only crying to show the pain he had inside. He's just trying to show me before he passed. But he says he's had to face all of his darkest sides. He had to face himself. He says to remember him in September. Okay. All right. So we are landing. I hope I catch this. Okay. If you don't catch it live, just watch it. First 10 people to donate get a reading. Yes. So the first 10 people to donate get a reading. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 spots left. And so I'm going to be reading TB next. TB, do you mind if I read Fox first? I think she won't mind. I know her. She'll be cool about it. I'll read Fox first because she's landing and I can do hers really quick. And I'm reading while on the plane. Wow. I don't, and people, the first 10 people to donate get on the list. I don't see you on the list, but I do, I didn't see, oh, yes, Nicolette, and then Vero, right? Okay, so there we go. Got you on the list, Nicolette. She's actually before you, TB. Sorry. All right. Nicolette. And then I'm just going to put V, but I think it was Vero. Amazing. Thank you. What a professional. Thank you, Ursa. Jackie G. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 3 more spots. And you can also donate my Venmo, my PayPal, if that's easier, and on here on Super Chat. So we're going to go with Hazel. I know. You remind me. We're gonna go with Fox. I can do hers really quick, TB. So don't worry. I'm gonna get to you, Tanaya. All right, let's do Fox real quick. As far as your cosmetic surgery, let me take. What are you getting particularly? And can you even type this as I'm getting her this reading as she's in the air? I just got another donation from Dirty Mouse. I'm just putting Dirty Mouse until we tell otherwise. All right, here we go. Let me look at Fox and maybe she'll see it. Wow. I'm a guy, intuitive for work. Thank you, Terry. That was crazy. Thank you. All right, Terry. That was very kind of you. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with Fox. I don't see anything wrong. I actually will say that with this, obviously, you're going to have pain. I'm assuming it's the face. I mean, I could be wrong. Sorry, that's me. Michelle? Okay. Well, if I call Terry, you'll know. Let's just we'll get this. Terry just got bumped up to no. No, Terry's right in the same spot they came in. Oh wait, I have to put Terry. You guys, let me just keep it like you guys can correct the names, okay? Dirty Mouse is B. Okay. And I feel like it's actually you're going to feel very relieved. That's what I see mostly. I feel like you're going to be like, "Wow, this is like a relief. Like this has been um you welcome, Ursa. Thank you for the piece you give me. Of course, you welcome. I feel like you're going to say that this was such a relief that finally I don't know. I just felt like a good feeling and I felt happiness. Like you got exactly what you wanted from it. It's a little obviously going to be painful. I mean, that's like no psychic has to tell you that. But I don't feel like you're going to regret it. I feel like that's when I read you, that's what you're concerned about. You're worried that you're going to regret it. And I just don't see that. I feel like you're going to kind of be in a place of like, you know, this was a lot and I went through a lot, but this is exactly what I wanted to happen. It's almost like something you put a lot of time and energy. Like sometimes people just get this like all the time. You know what I mean? They're just like, well, here's another cosmetic surgery. I don't see it like that with you. I see with you, you're like, this is serious for you. This is something you really put a lot of like research into and a lot of energy into. So I just can't see you being unhappy. I feel like you're going to walk out of this once it's all healed and everything, you get home and everything's all good. Um, you're going to feel good about it. Yeah, I just feel like this is a big deal and maybe even something that plagued you a lot and unfairly because of our way our world is and how people are. And you know how just not happy with something. I don't know. I don't see anything. I think you should just kind of roll with it. Don't try to second guess your thoughts on it. The people doing it are very profesh, and I just don't see any negatives. So get off your plane, go do your thing, take good care of yourself, heal properly, don't rush it, and don't let anybody let you rush it. And I just don't see any problem. All right, we're gonna go with TB. So I have this is who I have, and tell me if I got the name wrong. TB's next. Vito, or was it Vero? Jackie G, Dirty Mouse, and Terry, right? We have the first 10, Vero. Okay, got it. And then after that, I'm just going to pick people randomly. Oh, and Nicolette. Sorry, Nicolette, you're next. Okay, my bad. Miss Kitty, old cat, was stolen off the East porch. I'm so happy with my mom is happy. She's kind of lost the last time we connected with her. It gives me so much peace. She wasn't lost. She was just, go ahead, Nicolette, you're next. And then it's TB. My bad. We already talked to your grandma, TB. We're going to go with Nicolette because I didn't put her on the list. My bad. I'm bringing my bad back because I've been, for some reason, I went to a restaurant where they're playing 90s, and then I work out today they did 90s. So can we just bring back my bad is that from the 90s? All right, Nicolette and then TB. TB, hold your horses and ask for something else. We don't need to talk to your grandmother again. If you have a question, I know her. I read for her a lot, so I can talk to her this way. Ask the question you want to ask about your life. We don't need to do a medium reading in this quick. I just talked to someone for you. I just did. Also, here's the code GAS. If you want 50% off my readings, because gas is damn expensive and food is damn expensive. All right, Nicolette, you're up. I'm giving 50% off to everyone. It will be on my Instagram. Also, please like and subscribe. It helps my algorithm. Oh, Savannah, thank you for the donation. I just got it. Thank you, Savannah. I'm doing the first 10. Savannah squeaked in at the 11, for donation, Laura. And after that, I'm just going to pick people randomly, I think. I'm kind of playing around with how I want to do this. I'm trying to be fair to everyone all around. So let's get to Nicolette. Nicolette, what type of reading would you like? She. Thank you. Also, let me know what pronoun you want me refer you to. So I want to stay in order. Nicolette, she, intuitive reading. When do you see my future husband coming along, or how will we meet? Okay. When I do love, this is how I like to do it. I like to look and see who you are and what's been going on, right? What have you been like up to? Because love isn't something like, people can't say to you, well, this is going to be the man or the woman or whatever you're going to meet, or this is when you're going to meet this person, because it is a lot to do with you and what's going on with you. Like I call them grow mates, not soulmates. So I'm going to take a look at the situation, the whole situation, including you. Hold on a second. But I can see those things, and so I'm going to remote view. Okay, this is what I see with you, Nicolette. You tend to be you tend to be kind of like um I want to say like you're a pleaser, and you tend to like want to please everyone. When you get in situations, you shrink yourself. I don't feel like you've been your true self in relationships. You tend to shrink yourself a lot, and tend to kind of like make it about the person. So I feel like at this time in your life, it's more about you getting to know who you are and what you're about, and what you really want. I feel like you're a very kind soul and you're very giving and compassionate. So when you get around people who know that about you, they kind of take and they kind of want you to submit to them or make it all about them. I feel like this is new for you to finally kind of, you got to start trying to be comfortable with yourself, and knowing what you want, and even kind of demanding sometimes what you want. You know what I mean? So I feel like when you ask, when is this going to happen? A lot of this is because you're not really paying attention to yourself, and you haven't even looked at that. You don't have to take care of everyone just because you're compassionate and you see and understand them. It doesn't mean you put yourself on the back burner for other people. That's not what this means. It means that just because you're compassionate, and that's for everybody, and you have empathy, doesn't mean you push yourself in the back. So I do see someone. I do feel like it will. I don't see this person, and don't get all freaked out, for like another year, because I feel like this year is about that. It doesn't mean you won't date people, but the person I see loves this about you, but kind of teaches you boundaries. And I do believe grow mates teach each other stuff. They're kind of need to remember to trust people, and you need to remember boundaries, and that's the inner exchange. And I definitely see it happening more organically. I want to say, dare to say, even maybe through work. Like I do see something. I feel like it's like around Christmas. So maybe it's not a year. Maybe it's like I'm seeing in the next year, like January. But when you're asking, will you marry the person? I always say to people, that's on you. I can see the potential of the connection, how you handle it. I can tell you one thing, they're not someone that's looking for a yes person. They're looking for someone to grow with. They're not looking for someone to just, they don't need you. They want you. All right, Nicolette, I hope that helps. I'm going to move on to finally TB. TB, ask your question. And then after that, it'll be Vero. We're not going to do a medium reading, TB. We already did a medium reading. I already know you have a question about something. I hope that makes sense. Feedback on health. Why? Are you talking about what I think you're talking about? What you talking about, Willis? That's an old one. That's not for the young people. The ugly, I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Come on, Barbie, let's go play. Oh, okay. I love it. I just want there to be a good foundation, not necessarily marriage. Okay, good. That's good. You got such a good girl. Boundaries, 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 boundaries. Um, nothing's changed, TV. That's what I don't know what to say to you. When it comes to the things that I told you about this, nothing's really changed. Like, you still, there's a lot of risk, and there's still a lot that you have to like realize that you're going to have to put yourself on the line. I don't see any change. There's no change. You can't, like, whenever you get a message from that realm, unless something has drastically changed, you can sense that the path has changed. But I don't see any change in that. Well, that's the same. So everybody doesn't know, but TV's like talking kids that she's gonna have a kid, right? And you have a lot going on before love life. You want everything now, but you don't want the patience of realizing you have to do the things you need to do. Like, love life has to wait. If you're going down this path of having a kid on your own, then you need to wait on the love life. That's something that's going to have to take a second, fiddle for right now. So you can't just have all of it all at once. You have to adhere to your decisions. You decided to go down this path of baby making path, so you got to keep going down it. But of course, I always have told you, and nothing's changed, that it's going to be a lot harder than you're anticipating. So I guess if you're asking, the main thing is mentally, emotionally being prepared for the undertaking you're about to go down, and even sometimes the disappointments with it. So I feel like you just want it all now, because I know you, and you do. You need to be a little more patient. All right. There's not much more I can add to that, because I just read her over the phone. She booked a reading, and there's nothing more I see. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. All right, Vero, you're next. So, Vero, you're going to tell me what type of reading you want. And after Vero will be Jackie G, aka Hazel. So you're going to say if it's intuitive reading, then you're going to tell me, and also let me know your pronoun you like for me. I would like to know how you see my new career going in the near future. Okay. What is your career? Because I do look at people's fields of work, because I can see where those fields of work are going. Yes, intuitive. And how would you like for me to refer you as, pronouns wise? Travel advisor. Oh, wow. What is that? It's interesting. All right, I'm going to take a look at it though. Just curious. Hold on. Vero? Yes. Vero? I hope I got it right. You know what, Vero? This is kind of like the feeling I got right away and what I see. Like, you're kind of in an interesting field that actually is going to be needed. Is this kind of like a VIP type of thing? Like, is it like for people who, well, because that's what I saw. I saw this kind of more high end. My feeling is if this is a direction you want to go and you want to grow in it, then I see it kind of growing in a more high end way. It's cool to listen to. And I do see, like, for some reason I saw it going very quickly. It's almost like you have to adapt. Do you have to travel as well? Because for some reason I saw that. And if you can confirm some of the things I'm saying, yes and no, the company has customers with a lot. Yes, that's what I said. Yes and no, the company customers with a lot of money. So how is it yes and no? Confused. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be kind of an intent, like, let's put it this way. I hope your personal life is scarce because there's going to be a lot of work. A lot of your time and energy is going to go this work, but it does look like you will grow and it will succeed. If it was otherwise, I would say, because it's hard to explain. I need to get new customers. Yeah, it will grow. And that's why I'm saying, I feel like if you're willing to put the footwork into this and go and go and go, then it is going to definitely grow. I don't see this not stopping. The only thing that would interfere with it is your personal life. That's why I brought that up. Like if you're like, okay, well, I have to take off because of this person or because of this thing. If you are ready to grind this out, then I can't see this not going well. Actually, I just had I just feel like I shot into the future, remote viewed you like in some pretty awesome places. Um, and also making some good money. But I feel like you have to know it's going to take a lot of dedication into building. And I would say my last thing I want to say to you is if you're willing to dedicate the next 2 years of your life to this, you're probably going to set yourself up pretty well. All right. I hope that helped. All right. I am reading the first 10 people who donated. After that, I'm going to be doing random readings. Donations are appreciated after that, or period. They're appreciated but not required. I am giving 50% off my readings with the code GAS, because gas and food sucks right now. So I want to give everyone a break. Follow me on Instagram. I post things on there. Follow me also on my TikTok. I post things on there. And please like and subscribe. It would help very much. Thank you very much. It helps a lot. Awesome. All right, Jackie G, aka Hazel. After Jackie G, aka Hazel, it's going to be Dirty Mouse and Terry, and then Savannah. So, and then I'll just pick people randomly. So let's go with Jackie G, aka Hazel. What type of reading would you like? And how would you like me to refer to you as pronoun wise? My online, all of my social media is Adela Lavine. Easy to find, Adela Lavine. Medium, friend, does he have anything to tell me? Yeah, so don't, I just want people to know when you ask for a medium reading, it's not really, spirits are just people who died. So I know everyone has this idea of like the spirits has something to tell you. They're just going to talk about whatever they're going to talk about, and maybe about themselves. They're just people. So I just want people to know that, because it's always been portrayed. And since we're talking about afterlife, right? People always think the spirit world is like, oh, there's something unsettled. There's something I have to tell you. That's not really what happens. What happens is they feel like they never really left this place and they're a part of this world, and everyone treats them like they're gone. So, and so they kind of feel like, they just want to chat. So this is kind of more like a visitation, and whatever they want to talk about, they're going to talk about. But when people always give this concept like, oh, the dad has something pressing to tell you, it's not always pressing. Sometimes it's just like a connection. It's just really their frustration is that people don't think they're in this realm anymore. So you got to kind of just be open to, like, you can't anticipate it as like there's this big message, that there's this big thing they have to tell you, because it usually isn't. Usually it's actually more benign than that. It's more like, hey, I just want to remind you about this about yourself, or, oh, this is what I learned. Because remember, there's things that they've learned and they've grown and they've discovered and they want to share. My pint glass, I'm not using it today. I'm just using a regular cup today. All right, here we go. Using this one today. Right. I'm going to start. First, starting with how he passed. Don't they have some wisdom to partner us? Sometimes they don't. When people die, they're just people. Sometimes people are like, I haven't really learned anything yet. I'm still kind of grappling with the fact that I died, figuring it all out. They're just people who died. I think people think that when we die, that all of a sudden all knowledge comes to us. It's just our sleepness of awareness of the other realm, which is truly the veil, gets lifted and the limitation of time and space is gone. So they're able to not be so distracted with their clothes, with their hair, with food, with our bodies, with money, with all the things that we tend to be distracted about. But not everybody has some big wisdom. That's a misconception, because we kind of look at anything above, out of here as like God. Sometimes they have something to share that they've learned and they've understand, and sometimes people don't have a lot. So it's just, what they've come to learn thus far, and it depends on the person and how much work they want to do to grow and evolve. Some people evolve more and want to evolve more, but it takes an effort, just like here. Just because someone jumped into college and they're, doesn't mean they learn anything, you know so it's not always the case. All right, so let's see what he has to say about his passing. People die and they have to deal with they died, and that takes some healing and work to do. So hold on. So the first thing I see with him, Hazel, is like he's just kind of happy to connect. He's pretty calm. He said that he was aware at the time that he was going to pass, and he kind of had like almost like a non connection to it. I almost feel like disconnected or numbness. He said he was aware it was going to happen. He kind of braced himself for this to happen. He's sorry this took an impact on everyone else, but he also feels like people didn't really understand him. And if you can confirm and talk back to me and let me know if what I'm saying makes sense. He's saying that it was a little bit difficult at times in this place for him. I don't know, he just has a very chill thing. He kind of likes music. He does try to connect to you, like through music, and uses music. He says that he almost like I want to say like there's a reservedness to him, almost like he doesn't really like sharing all of his personal stuff here. So he's not going to give a lot of information. And just like I said, people who die are just people. They're not superhuman. I mean, they have obviously ability to see and hear and feel things in a way they didn't hear, and sometimes it does feel like that, but they're still emotions is what I mean. And his emotions is he's a little bit private, so he's saying that he's happy to share some of what he's experienced, but um so far he's been in a very intense healing. Oh my god, he used to rap and we would listen to old soul music. There you go. Yeah, so he's like, if you want to feel him, kind of listen to the words. He went through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, and he's been healing from that. He says, I recommend to you, if there's any piece of wisdom, speaking of wisdom, the only thing he can impart upon you is to deal with your emotions, to face your pain, to go through it, and to feel things. He was my ex, okay. And to kind of face whatever you're going through and not to run from it, because he kind of numbed himself a lot of the times and ran from it. And that's all he really wants to talk about this time. He's very private in that kind of way. The only thing left, I would say, he says to remember him. He says he says to remember him if you want. When March rolls around, something about March is special. So he says, whenever March rolls around, to think of him. It's not a future thing. And that's what he has to say. Okay, so I'm going to read Dirty Mouse, and then Terry is after that. So Dirty Mouse, I think Terry already wrote their question. Dirty Mouse, aka Michelle, right? So I'm trying to give you guys a little chat and a little lesson on what the afterlife is like in between readings. You're welcome, Jackie. Again, I'm offering 50% off my readings, but I will be posting this on my Instagram and everything. If you guys subscribe and like here, that would be very helpful. It helps the algorithm. So I'm going to Dirty Mouse, and then Terry, and then Savannah, Michelle. So Michelle, what type of reading would you like, and what pronoun would you like me to refer you as? And I know Terry asked about their career. Terry T, I'm a guy, intuitive for work. Okay. Like I said it like that. Medium, my dad, she, her for me. Okay. All right, Michelle. Have we talked to your dad before? if we talked to your dad before, so that if I can know if I need to ask him how he passed, um, or if I'm just going to jump into whatever he wants to talk about currently. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to have him jump into what he wants to talk about currently, and also, Miss Jackie G, aka Hazel, if you can confirm anything about what March is in the meantime, I'll see it if it pops up. All right, here we go, Michelle. Sorry, just smile. He's saying that he's just checking on his girl. He says, "I just checking on you." He's saying he kind of comes across like I don't totally remember, but he's kind of like a no bullshitter, get to the point. He kind of comes across like, you know, all right, let's get going. That kind of attitude. Um, he's saying that he felt like he one thing he's learned a little bit more that since he passed is that he worked really hard. He tried a lot in his life to put one foot in front of the other and just try to get where he needed to go. He recommends to you to be a lot more patient. He says you tend to rush things, in the sense that you want to like make everything happen now. um, he's saying that he kind of built his life, and he built up his life, and he kind of knew that it took like one foot at a time, get things going. Yeah, so he kind of seems to be focused on whatever it is you're doing. Oh my God, yes, yep, okay, cool. He's saying, you yesterday. He says you need to like slow down and just kind of enjoy the process. Can't think of anything in March. Okay. He's saying to enjoy the process, um, and to slow down. Um, he's saying that it takes like a lot more time and effort to build something. He also says not to worry about him. He hears your thoughts. You're always kind of worried about what he's doing because he's someone who like did things and you know kind of was I want to say a shaker and a mover. You know what I mean? Like he kind of got things done and got things on their feet. So he didn't really himself take the time or to appreciate, the fact that, you know, he did those things by one foot at a time. Like he learned that lesson later. Oh, he says it not to worry about what he's doing at this time. You're worried about that, or you're worried if he's okay, and he's does not. It's just not necessary because he's someone who is more focused on you, and he's like learning all kinds of things. He says, "I've been able to quote entertain myself by learning." All kinds of things here. He really likes the fact that he can kind of access and learn. I want to say it's kind of like I want to explain to people. It's kind of like Googling like on the internet or something where, but like I said, times a million, where they can kind of access whatever they want, however they want. And for some reason, he enjoys that. So for him, he says that, he's sad that he'll miss something about November. That's the only thing he kind of talks about in the future. Um, far as Hazel goes, as far as March, I don't know. It seems to be something significant in his life. I just wanted to comment on that. That has happened and that maybe reoccurs. Like it could be like an anniversary, a birth date, or something awesome. I was worried he missed us. Oh, that's what you were about. He's like, yeah. He's like, I have access to you guys. See, it's kind of like for them. And here's a lesson. Then we're going to go to Terry. For them, it's kind of like if you say to someone, let's say someone's like, oh, how did you enjoy that trip, how, and let's say you posted all this stuff on your Instagram or whatever, and someone comments on November's your birthday. Oh, okay, cool. And that person's like, you posted it, I can see you, like, and you're like, how did you know I did this? They're like, I can see you, but you're never responding to me. So don't forget, when you get signs or you feel someone who has passed, people always say, I got the sign, I felt someone that passed, but then you don't like talk back, you don't confirm. Always remember to confirm and talk back to the person. I like the icon on your glass. First floor in the tower has a nice summer garden. I did see on Twitter. Huh? Not quite sure what you mean. Oh, the tower has a nice summer garden. I did see. Oh, okay. Thanks. Yes, I have the Eiffel Tower. Okay. All right. So I hope that helped. Okay, cool. Let's go to Terry. Terry, are you still here? And Terry wanted an intuitive reading about his work. He was super close the other day. I felt him and smelled. Terry T. Hi, Terry T. Like he was hugging me. I told him I love him. Okay. Continue to talk to him and asking for signs. Terry T, what do you do for work? You said you wanted to know about your work. What do you do? Because I'm looking at the whole field. Still think I'm sure it will come to me in the night. It's okay. You can always let me know next time I'm live or, DM me or something. What do you do that you want me to see? What I mean by that is that I like to look at the whole industry because I can see that. I'm a doctor. I just want to see if it's going to be okay. Lots of changes soon. Okay, hold on. Well, I'm going to look at you specific, Terry, but I will tell you that I have foreseen for a long time, and even at the beginning of the pandemic, I kept telling people that the whole health industry was going to change, and that they were going to turn into almost like getting cut up, but kind of getting divided. So if everyone could slow the chat so I can have Terry talk back to me. So let me look at his career particularly though. Hold on. I'm going to remote view his work. Oh, Terry. Okay. So Terry, listen. I don't know what you're concerned about, but I can see if maybe you're concerned about other people around you, but I saw you shot right straight to the front of a line, almost like you're giving a responsibility. And I don't know what that would be called in doctor language, but it's like you got the front office, so to speak. It almost looked more administrative or more like overseeing than it was only one-on-one patients. I want to dare to say research, but I don't think so because it might be a little bit of something like that. But it's almost like when you're going to get moved to the front. I just literally saw you shot to the front. Yeah, I don't really see you particularly have anything to worry about. The others around you as you shot ahead. And how I see things in remote view, it's sometimes literal and sometimes figurative, symbolic, but it's almost like you shot right past all these offices and other people's opportunities get closed. So I don't know if that makes sense to you. I don't feel like in particularly that you're going to be affected in the negative. Yes, I'm concerned about the people around because the competition is fierce and people have not been kind. You need to not worry about them not being kind. I think what you have to do, and that's why I'm telling you, you have to focus on you and be aware that the focus is on you and you're getting shot forward. Um, I feel like the only thing that would stop you is if you stop and look in, to these other offices, quote unquote, or the other people. Yeah, they're not going to like it. And that's why I saw you shooting straight ahead. It's almost like, I'm not telling you have to be a jerk about it, but you do have to kind of just have that confidence you already have, because believe me, those around you who are shooting you to the front are not having a problem. They are interested in you. Like you have a commanding way about you, and you almost have a way where you can be very professional and you don't get caught up in the drama. And this is why you're getting shot ahead. Don't concern yourself about the others. If you do, that will slow you down, and it will also mess up things, because I do feel like people are trying to get you caught up in the quote emotional aspect of it, if that makes sense. I just want to give you a timeline real quick. Hold on. Oh, wow. Thanks, ma'am, for the reading. Really appreciate it. Sounds like the only person that's going to stop me is myself, actually. I feel like what it's really going to be, it's yourself. But if you like take your time to go like, hey, are you okay? They're almost trying to get you to do that, to feel bad. You know what I mean? Like to feel obligated. And if you do that, that's absolutely going to interfere. I'm going to give you a timeline. I see September, October. September to October, everything gets turned upside down. And that's why I see you in this like bigger position. September, October seems to be very significant. I do feel like you're going to feel very happy about it. But like always with things like this, sometimes you lose friends, but that they're not really your friends anyway. September, October. And by the way, when you think they're deciding, it's only between you and 2 other people, but you're in the forefront. It's like 3 of you. I see them talking about the 3 of you. And the one thing they're looking at with you is that you're the most commanding. A huge change in September, October. Yes, spot on. Do you see the outcome good? Yeah, I just told you. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, there are 3 of us. Yes. Yes. Yes, I just remote viewed them. You're here. The other 2 are here. The only thing that would change it is if you don't get in. Oh wow, I got chills. Don't get into the emotional dramas of the office. You know what I mean? Stay out of it. Just stay focused here, and you'll be fine. All right. Thank you, Terry. All right, guys. The background music with you talking. I know. Right? Was it like building? Was it too much? Okay, ma'am. Thank you, and thank your spirits. Thank you. Well, it wasn't the spirits. That's me seeing. That's an intuitive reading, remote viewing. So it's different if people want to understand. Remote viewing is, like I've told people, is what Stranger Things is based on. It intensified, didn't it? It was like, Terry, no, this is going to happen. Oh, sorry, this is my first experience. Yeah, remote viewing is, I don't think it is. Is it? I don't believe that. But okay. Remote viewing is looking and seeing, being able to jump into the future, past or present. And this is, I can see the conversations people are having and see what's going on in his office. That's me walking and looking into the past of what they said and into the future. All right. We're going to do the last person on my list. I had lots of psychic readings in the past, but not sure some of them were remote. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Then it probably is Savannah, pronoun, she, her. Boom, Savannah, boom, 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 on it. I'm a beautician. Best advice on dealing with her circumstances. Thank you for your time. All right. All right. And all right, Janine, I guess I'll be seeing you. I just saw you booked. And use the code. Good job. So again, 50% off my readings with the code gas, because gas and food is just ridiculous. And after Savannah, I'm just going to start reading people randomly and talking some questions. I'm probably going to end at 12 my time, aiming for, because I have something to do. So here we go, Savannah. I'll be talking to you soon, Janine. All right. Here we go. We'll look at your career. Okay, this is what I see, Savannah. I don't know if you're working for someone or if you're in a place, but I saw you like having to leave or maybe do your own thing. As far as the beauty, the industry you're in, I know it's like been a little bit crazy, but I actually see it going an uptick in it. Like I've already kind of looked at that field, and that field for sure is going to keep going up. Like I don't feel like it's going to stay in this lull, meaning like I know it's been a little wonky, but for some reason I feel like the place I saw you at looked a little bit like they don't appreciate you. And kind of like what Terry is experiencing, the competitiveness. I saw you running like across the street. So I don't know if that is literal, but I almost saw you like, I'm out of here. I'm going to go over here. I work in mental health facility. Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you said beautician. Sorry. Intuitive career. I'm a beautician. Didn't she say she was a beautician? Because I was looking at the beautician work. Oh, you work in a mental health facility as a beautician. Got it. Okay, sorry, Adela messed that up. Yes, I cut patients here. Yeah, I see you leaving that area, that work. I feel like it would be good for you to leave. Weirdly, it looks competitive. I don't know why. I didn't know it would be competitive, but hey, what I do is, you would think people would be loving and caring, and it's cutthroat and competitive, unfortunately. Um, but I kind of felt like that. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I feel like, honestly, like now in the next couple of months, I feel like you should start looking. You should start seeing where you want to go, because things are going to change in the beauty industry. I feel like lots of little, like, I want to say almost like, I call them beehives. Little beehives are going to be um, happening, like people creating their own little businesses. I feel like I see you leaving, and I feel like it's going to be soon. I actually saw you kind of running out of there. So I don't feel like it'll take long. If you start looking now, honestly, I actually see this happening quick. So that's what I see. Lots of psych reads I had in the past. For the first time, I got the chills. I'm going to think about scheduling with you for a full reading. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, I read a little bit different. Are you there, Savannah? Thank you. Actually been looking. Okay, good. I feel like, here's my website for those of you interested, and for Terry. Um, I feel like, if you look, if you, I see it happening this summer. I see July, and honestly, I just want to say this real quick for Savannah, and then we're gonna pick people randomly. Um, I feel like you're just happier. Like everything feels better. Like just life feels better. Like I feel like you'll enjoy your summer, and you'll enjoy this new job. It just feels better. So I say July. By, I want to say, like mid July. Keep looking. I don't see it happening. You can call me she, and will me and BC, because in the road. Yeah, I'm picking people randomly. So I don't have anyone else on my list. So I'm going random. I picked the first 10 people, and I actually did 11. So you're going to, from now on, to pick people randomly, you're actually going to just put an emoji in. And when I call it, we'll do doll. Thanks so much. She called me doll. What? I love that. That was really cool. I seen his face while I was having, with my husband. That freaked me out. Oh, that could happen. Welcome to my world. Just saying, like, faces coming. Okay. So, hi, everybody. People who are joining. I'm Adele Lavine, and I'm an intuitive and medium. If you guys can like and subscribe, it would be great. I am on Instagram as Adele Lavine. If you can follow me there, I'm on TikTok. I post things. They're like, obviously little videos. I'm giving 50% off my readings for those with the code GAS. This is for everyone, because gas is goddamn expensive, and it's making life hard for everyone. So I'm like, I need to give people a break. I can feel it's hurting people. So, and I hear about it. And that's going to be posted on Instagram. That's going to be everywhere. All right. So if you go ahead and put, what do spirits do to keep learning and growing? It's like a conscious state. If you go ahead and put emojis in, I'm going to pick people randomly from there. Once I call upon you, you're going to tell me what type of reading you want. You're going to say, I want an intuitive reading, about this, and this is what I want to do. You're going to say a medium reading, and this is, this is a type of reading I want. So when you say a medium reading, you're going to say, I want to speak to this person on my mother's side or whatever. You're going to be specific. Intuitive reading, you're going to give me a specific subject, not just, I'm not a tarot card reader, so don't say general read. Intuitive reading, you're going to say, I want to know about my work, or I want to know about my relationship. A medium reading, you're going to say, I want to speak to my, mother on my father's side. Donations at this point are appreciated, but not required. They were required for the first 10 guaranteed readings. What do spirits do to keep growing and learning? It's a conscious state. So people, Rosella, I'm going to go ahead and pick you first, and then Ugly Duckling. But so get ready when I call upon you to tell me what type of reading. What people do to keep learning and growing, it's just a conscious state. So they kind of want to learn how that world works. They want to learn what they look at their life and they see how they live their life, and they can see it even through your eyes, like how you saw it, meaning like what the way they were with you, and they learn a lot about them. So they kind of go through it. And sometimes people are like, that's too painful and emotional, I don't want to deal with it. And sometimes they do. You know what I mean? Okay. Hold on 1 second. I just need to do something real quick. Just like family stuff I had to take care of. Okay, so let's go. Terry T, were you born with this ability to remote view, ma'am? Yes, but it kind of came, I didn't understand it and didn't even know it was called that, and I honed it. So it was like a raw ability that I honed, but it really got more prominent the more I was reading. The more I was reading, then those things started to really happen, but I definitely honed it more and more. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to look and see, is to use that. So yeah, it's kind of like other things. Like if you have a raw talent for piano and then you hone it. All right. So where is my first person? Where are you? What are you? The first person I called upon. I wish my English level would be good to understand all of the sentence. Oh, Ugly Duckling. Okay, maybe I don't know if I'm going to be able to read you then. Didn't I call in someone? Rosalind, intuitive school related. Will I pass my BA exam and join a master's? Thank you so much. Okay. And she, her, is that what you want, Rosla? Pronoun? Let me look at you. Wow, Rosla, you are like busy bee. Like you are, okay, this is what I would say. There's no problem when I see you. There's no problem with your studying. There's no problem with your work, but you got to kind of bring the intensity down a little bit, because you're almost like pushing yourself so much that you're going to burn yourself out. Like you're one of those people that everything has to be perfect, which I understand because you're really trying to achieve some serious goals here. But I feel like when I saw you're like doing this, you're doing like you're just hyperly focused. I can't see you not passing your exam, but I feel it's more about if you're giving yourself this crazy amount of anxiety and just stressing yourself out to the up 10th degree, is probably your own only enemy, not your mind, because you're real smart. You have no problem studying. Like you almost kind of, I don't want to say like it or enjoy it in some kind of way, but I feel like you're very much meant for the academic world. What are you studying your master's? Because why do I see you maybe teaching yourself or being a professor or something? But I feel like you need to pull back the intense hours you're giving yourself. It's almost like, if you like do something too intense, you almost burn yourself out, that you like, oh, philosophy. Okay. Yeah, maybe that's why I saw you teaching. Oh, I have some jugs in my My kitchen. That's what you meant, right? Trolls. You know you make it when you get trolls. Awesome. Yeah, so does that make sense? Like I don't know if you're looking to teach, but also yeah, I don't see any problem. I don't see any problem, dear. I just feel like the main problem is you gotta like kind of take time, take a break, right? You know what I mean? Like kind of relax and kind of let all the knowledge kind of settle in. You're just like hitting it. You're like, I'm going to read. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. Like when I saw you, it just was very intense. Your ability to micromanage, to like juggle a bunch of things is pretty great. And that's going to be your biggest asset in life. I do feel like when I see things, it's almost like January, things clear up for you. Like things start to get clearer and easier. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. So I picked someone else randomly. Yes, thank you. I focus more on work rather than studies and stressed out that I won't pass. Yeah, I feel like you got to kind of, yeah. Oh gosh. Here we go. I knew this was going to happen. That's what happens when you're on the internet. You just get a bunch of dumb people sometimes. The dumb ones find you. Nothing interesting about that. That's just basic, like stupidity. And pretty much like, you know, I've worked with preschoolers that are more evolved and more intelligent than that. That's all it is. All right. Don't give it energy and you don't, and we move on. And this is the internet. This is what happens. This is what happens when you do live. They definitely should be reported though. Can you report them? Report. Yeah. Hate and graphic. There we go. Report. Reported. Okay. So, Ugly Duckling, can you do a reading? I think that she can't. Okay, I'm going to go with Sarah Jean. And again, thank you guys. Donations are appreciated, not required, especially at this part when I'm just picking people random, but they are appreciated. And if you want to follow me other places, I'm Adele Lavine everywhere. And I'm Adele Lavine on Instagram and everywhere else. As soon as I was going to hit that like removal, as soon as I saw the first letter and even saw, I could just feel it was negative and I knew it was going to go in a negative place. Have you had any new experiences with the Watchers or ETs? Okay, so while we're waiting for Sarah Jean to put in what kind of reading they want, I like to work on languages. I'm going to explain. Have I had any new experiences? You know, I had a weird experience. What's your second book coming out? I know. I need to work on that. Intuitive, I'm wondering about my career, tattoo and permanent cosmetics, and good avenue to get into it. That's way too many things. One thing. I'm like, that's just like too much for like, it's too much. I'm picking people randomly with just putting an emoji in. And right now I'm going to read Sarah Jane. I don't know what you're saying. Career, like good avenue, and I'm not clear what the question is. So can you just simplify the question a little bit more, Sarah? That'd be great. I had this weird experience. You guys tell me. I saw something. Yes, I am skipping you, ugly duckling. Which I don't like saying. I feel like that's a negative thing. Um, but anyway, I had a weird experience. I wasn't sure what it is, and I'm still waiting to confirm it. That one I'm not really sold on. But as far as like what you're describing, not really. And the watchers, I don't really like open myself up to that as much. And like I said, the watchers are watching, or I've said to people, the watchers are these ancient aliens to me that watch over the rules of our realm. So they're not very interactive as others as much. So if Sarah Jean can like simplify her question quickly, else I'm going to move to someone else. Go ahead and type it in quickly. After Sarah Jean, there's been some other emojis. Jasmine, after Sarah Jean. I'm trying to get into a career of permanent cosmetics. Okay, hold on. I'm wondering if that will pick up. Okay. Have I read for you before about this or no? Because there was someone else I read about this before, I felt like. I'm looking, Sarah. You know, Sarah, I guess that was me a few weeks ago. Okay, I thought so. Yes, for me. Well, Sarah, you should talk to Nicolette. She's in that game. Is it something stopping you from picking me? No, I'm just picking people randomly, and and it's a random thing, and not everyone's guaranteed a reading. I did guaranteed readings at the beginning, and now I'm picking people randomly. So it's fair to me and everyone to pick people randomly. I feel like, Sarah, that like kind of what I see you is that you're kind of not moving very quickly. Like you're almost taking your time with this. So it's one of those things you got to kind of like speed up. I do feel like this is innately something you love. Like when I see you, this is something you love. It's something you love to do, and you feel good doing it, but it's almost like you're not purposely moving fast at it. You're not like picking up the pace. Okay. So, I feel like you're not moving quickly. So I feel like you need to kind of work on, it sounds like me something. Yeah. I feel like you're just thinking too hard. You're moving too slow with it. You're analyzing it too much. Yeah. I feel like it's just kind of more like something you want to pick up the pace on. It does feel like your passion, and it definitely feels like what you're good naturally at, but you're definitely not putting the time and effort to like really, I'm kind of more focused on it. Yeah. So if this is something you want to do, you got to kind of really put the time and effort into doing that so you can bridge the gap. You know what I mean? So you can create a bridge. I always call that like creating a bridge if you want to go into something new. Then you just kind of look at it like you're like putting each brick down at a time, but you're taking forever with each brick. So pick up the pace on it. So I feel like that's the only thing I see is going wrong. I just want to remind people that, you know, to be fair to me, there's a reason why I have the first 10 people donate, and then I pick people randomly. But to feel like I'm obligated to read everyone, it does kind of not sit well with me, because I feel like I'm doing much as I can to be fair. I read professionally. Um, and Ugly duckling, please don't do that, because you're doing that in my room. So I really would appreciate if you didn't do that, and I don't want to have to remove you, but I feel like it's not cool to like try to read someone in my room. If you want to go outside of here and talk to her, that's fine. But again, to be fair to me, because I read professionally every day, and this is what I do for my life. then when I'm asking people for, I thought that you couldn't write English very well. Then I feel like me picking people randomly and asking people for donations at the beginning is fair. So I just feel like I'm doing the best I can. I think that there is. No, I'm joking. I'm not even a medium. Okay. I just want to be fair to everyone across the board. And this is why it's hard to do live readings, because people kind of like, being fair to everyone is always a challenge. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pick someone random. And like I said, I pick people randomly, and, maybe I shouldn't answer all the questions that people throw out there. You can speak your mind, but I don't really feel that was speaking your mind. It's no problem like to speak your mind. You can speak your mind, but I'm not a machine for people to say, you have to do this for me. You have to respect a reader is a person. And so kind of demanding a reading is what it comes across. So you know, and I don't really do well with that kind of energy, just as much as you wouldn't do well with it, I'm sure, as well, anything you do in life. All right, so I'm just trying to make it as fair as possible to everywhere. Sending you love. Thank you, Delia. Thank you very much. All right, so go ahead and put your emojis in again, and I'm going to pick somebody else. Let's go. Hi, Delia called. Mine came earlier, but maybe I just went. Oh, Jasmine, yes. Go ahead, Jasmine. Go ahead. You're correct. My bad. See, I have no problem being called on that and recognizing, my flaw on that. So go ahead, Jasmine. What type of reading is she? Her medium reading, grandma from my stepfather's side. Oh wow, stepfather. Hey, Danny, Michelle. Stepfather side. Okay, that's interesting. I don't get a lot of stepfathers stuff. Grandma and stepfather side. Okay, here we go. The first thing I see, Jasmine, is someone really excited. They're spinning around. She's wants you to know she's young again. I forgot to tell you guys that, kind of another teaching moment about the other side. People can be anything they want, and they can look young and get young again. So she's like happy to like. She said she knew she was going to pass. She was happy that this happened. She was more than ready for it. So it's like definitely was a relief. So if we can clear the chat just a bit for Jasmine, and she's saying that so if we can stop the chat for Jasmine as I'm reading her. Yeah. So she's saying that she knew this was coming. Honestly, she just showed me like an opening, almost like the rays of sunlight came through. She felt like she was kind of trapped in her body and trapped in her mind. So she's very grateful to be released finally and to be in this space. She's saying something about wanting to everyone to have been okay. This is such a gift. She wanted to everyone to be okay with her passing, especially she wanted everyone to be okay, like almost to let her go. Did you guys have to decide something? Because I feel like when I'm her and she shows me she's trapped, almost like she can't get out, like I'm trapped in my mind, I'm trapped in my body, and she was just happy to finally be released. So I don't know if you can talk back to me and Jasmine and kind of confirm anything she's saying, if this makes any sense to you. But yeah, it felt like everything broke through. If you can confirm anything. She's also talking about she's showing me. She died within a couple of days in a hospital. We're all there to say goodbye. Yeah, she felt really good. Where is she showing me? like a school. She was not able to respond. She's showing me something that looks almost like a school, like she's running towards the school. I don't know if someone graduated this year. Something about a school, and saying she's very excited and she'll be there, or she was there. She's like showing me this school. I think it's a school. My little brother just will start school in September. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's because that's why I thought I saw a little person. But yeah, anyway, I wouldn't be concerned with her. We're all excited. Yeah, she's very much a part of everything. She's happy to be young again. She's happy to be free. I would just talk to her and know that she's very much connected to this world. Thank you guys so much. That is it. I do have to go. I have something I have to do. Thank you guys for joining me today. You can follow me on here. That would be great. Subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll be live and in person doing readings this Saturday at the Mystic Museum. If you guys want to catch me there in person. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Adela. You're welcome, Jasmine. Have a great rest of your day. You too. Have a beautiful day. Thank you guys so much. I try to do the best I can on here. Here's my website if you want it. And Adele Lavine is everything. And the code GAS for 50% off my readings. Because I don't know where you guys are. It was such great to catch a live again. Thank you. You guys have a great one. But gas is $6.50 here. Remember, when it comes to the say hi to Mr. Bill, you could say hi to him. I'm sure he's happy to hear from people on his Instagram and such. Say hi to him yourself. That would probably be the best thing. But thank you guys so much for everything. And I will be posting more on my YouTube, of course, weekly videos, and on my Patreon. I'm actually going to have a guest here on my YouTube about, and you guys should wait to see what that's going to be about. And I'll have a little extra content of that on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much. Follow yourself, follow no one, listen to your inner voice, and I'll see you soon. Bye. See you soon.